Hello and welcome to vlog episode number 42. Eric MN Twins 28 here. How you doing, everybody? It is April 20th, 420. How you doing? Yeah. And decided to do another mock draft using the Draft Network draft machine. Had a fun time doing that, so I thought let's do another one because not every mock is the same. It could change, and it has changed. So I started it up again. This is the one where we can't do trades because we're on the poor man's list right now, so can't make trades. So I started the draft again, and Trevor Lawrence number 1, obviously. Zach Wilson 2. This is where it gets interesting this time around. Patrick Surtain going to San Francisco. Interesting. So it's changed a bit. Kyle Pitts goes to the Falcons. Jamar Chase goes to Cincinnati. Devontae Smith goes to Alabama. Goes to Miami. Lions take Sewell. And then Rashad Slater, Horn, Caleb Farley, Waddle, Newsome, and Darisaw. So Darisaw keeps getting picked by the Chargers ahead of the Vikings. So the Vikings are here at 14. This is where it gets interesting. Now you have not only Trey Lance and Mac Jones falling to us this time like the last one, Justin Fields drops too. This is where I think it could get really interesting. We still need offensive line help, which I think we can get later on. It won't be as good as later, but when you got a guy like Justin Fields dropping to you at this position and you don't have a quarterback in place for the future, as far as after 2 years after Kirk Cousins' contract expires, you gotta make a move. So, in this instance, if I'm the Vikings and Justin Fields falls into my lap, I'm taking him because Cousins, he's gonna be here for at least 2 more years, and then after that we don't have anybody. So you might as well get Justin Fields, who's got the talent, he's got the means to do it, and get him. Let him sit behind Kirk, and go from there. So Trey Lance goes to New England. Vera Tucker goes to the Cardinals. So I'm taking Justin Fields. I feel pretty good about it. So hopefully we'll have a guy drop to us in the 3rd round when it's our turn to pick. If I could do trades to trade up and do all that and acquire more picks, I would, and I'm hopefully I can do that soon. But for now, we can't do it. But I feel pretty good about that draft pick, because there's a lot of guys that are, and of course this allows us now. We don't have to take Kellen Mond, but you have to think about backups. Right now the Vikings don't have a backup quarterback, but maybe Kellen Mond's one of those guys I'll have to pass up on because we don't, he's not going to be our starter of the future. So, alright, so we're sitting at 78 here, and there is an offensive tackle right there out of Michigan, Jalen Mayfield. So we had one drop in our lap. So Justin Fields dropped in our lap, and now we have an offensive tackle drop in our lap, which we need. We need either a tackle or we need a guard. So I'm gonna take Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan. We'll take him. Fills another position in need, and we still have draft picks coming up. We still have pick 90. So if you think about it, now we moved up from the 3rd round from the last draft I did, or we got Kellen Mond, moved up to the 1st round to get our quarterback because he dropped into our lap, which I don't think is gonna happen on day 1 of the real draft. I don't think. I think the 49ers will take Justin Fields. Speaking of which, I want to check, where did Mac Jones go? Because we took Justin Fields at 14. Trey Lance went 15. Oh, Mac Jones went to the Bears. Well, at least Bateman didn't go to the Colts. That's two drafts now. Bateman went to the Colts. So that's good. Jets are taking a risk on Jalen Phillips. I still think he's... Kwity Paye going to the Browns again. Interesting. I just don't see... I don't understand drafting Jalen Phillips because he's got injury issues and he's one concussion away from retirement. And there's other guys I found out that are injury prone as well. I wouldn't mind having Dylan Radins out of North Dakota State. He'd be a good offensive tackle to have. But it's our turn to pick here. And so we've picked Justin Fields. We got Jalen Mayfield. And we've had... so we have more offensive line help that have dropped to us. And I think... I really want to double down on interior offensive line, and a lot of people think Vikings might go after Ben Cleveland, and I'm concurring. So I'm going to have two Clevelands on the line. Both of them are going to be guards because I already got my tackle, so we'll go ahead and take Ben Cleveland. And then we'll continue on. I could still get the safeties I want later on in Cisco and Stearns, hopefully. There's Kyle Trask, and he just went off the board. 49ers got their quarterback, so they waited until the third round to get their quarterback. So where's Kellen Mond going to go? Oh, there goes Cisco. There's Twyman. Cisco's gone. Cowboys got him. So we lost out on Cisco this time around. Did Kellen Mond get picked? Let's check. He did. So somebody did get Kellen Mond. So that's fine because I got Justin Fields, so I'm happy with that. So let's see where Mond went. Kellen Mond. Did he go before? I don't even see him on there. Oh, there he is. Oh, Denver got him. So good spot for him. Since Denver passed on Fields and Mac Jones and Trey Lance. So they decided to wait too. So interesting moves. So we missed out on Cisco this time around. I think Stearns is still on there. He's way down here. So I got a shot at him later, I think. Yeah, I can go get other stuff we need. Twyman's still there. We need an interior defensive lineman. We need edge. So this is the other guy I heard about. This guy who I drafted in the last mock we did. I found out he tore his Achilles in a Senior Bowl or at a pro day. I can't remember. It was a game. So he's gonna be out all of this year. So I didn't know that until I heard about it this morning. So I'm avoiding him like the plague. So Hamilcar Rashad Jr., Oregon State. Cameron Sample, I've been hearing things about him too. I'm going to take Twyman. I'm going to get Twyman. We need to cross that one off the list. We got some picks coming up here. Maybe we'll pick one of these guys up here. Okay, so now we got an edge. I'll take the Oregon State prospect. So we fill that position. So we get Zimmer some toys on defense. And now we're picking again. We need safety, corner, linebacker, and tight end. Let me check linebacker. It says Dylan Moses still on the board. Yes, he is. He's at 135. And I get pick 143. So let's take... I'm going to wait on Moses. Let's see what corner. Nothing there. Where's Stearns at? He's 154. I'm not sure how many more picks I have left, so why don't we go ahead and take the linebacker? Yeah, let's take Dylan Moses. We'll take Dylan Moses. Oh, we can look at his stats here. It tells me. He's a senior out of Alabama. 6'3", 235. Yeah. Slide him next to Kendricks on the other side of Barr. We'll take Dylan Moses. Alright, we got pick 143. So we need safety, corner, receiver, and tight end. We need a corner, so I'll take... Alright, where's Stearns? He's still down there? Okay, so we're still good there. So let's take this Sean Wade. I think we got 2 picks in the 5th and 1 in the 6th, or 2 in the 6th. I can't remember. Yeah, we got some picks coming up here. Okay, so we have a safety. We need safety, receiver, and tight end. So we got tons of edges. I don't think we need edge. We're good at that. We got 3 edges here. Although I could double down on edge, but I think we're good. I could get another corner, but I think we're gonna get. This is where Stearns is the best. He's the best safety on the board. I'll go ahead and take him. So I like him still. So we got that. And then we got another pick coming up here. This is a good draft. I'm liking this one better than the last one. Okay, so now we have needs at receiver, tight end. We don't really need tight end, but we can pick one up later. So let's look at... Let's look at receiver, see what they got. We're at 168. Marlon Williams, I don't know anything about him. 6 foot, 222. Let's see here. Bigger role in 8-19, which includes 51 receptions for 712 yards, 6 TDs. Williams saved his best for last in 2020 when he collected 71 receptions for 1,037 yards and 10 touchdowns in just 8 games. He's a physical receiver that has terrific hands, ball skills, and the ability to produce after the catch. He's an elite competitor that battles every inch of the ball with his hands. To produce at the next level, developing and expanding his route tree will be important, especially when compared to what he will be asked to do in the NFL. Williams may not demand the volume of targets in the NFL that he had in 2020, but for a team looking for size and vertical skills down the field and a player who can also create space for himself after the catch, he's the perfect candidate for such role. Big slot. Okay, so let's check out this other guy here, Smith. West Coast. That's our type of offense we run, West Coast, and he fit his development slot receiver. I think that's what the Vikings are looking for. They're looking for a good number 3. So I'm gonna go with Shi Smith, and because we do need a receiver, and I think that leaves us with one pick left in the 6th. We have. So we're having a good draft here. If the draft ended up like this, I would be quite happy about that. If the Vikings were to get Justin Fields, I'd be fine with that. But if they don't, and it happens like the last draft I did, and they get Kellen Mond, I'd be happy with that too. So as long as we don't get Trey Lance or Mac Jones, I still think those two are overrated, and I don't see the upside. Justin Fields or Trey Lance might have it up here, but Christian Ponder was a smart man too, and he was a terrible quarterback. So just because you have the smarts doesn't mean you're going to be good. So, and I just haven't seen enough of Trey Lance to be satisfied. And honestly, like I've said in the past, I don't trust North Dakota State quarterbacks because they have no competition in the division they're in. They have to play a bunch of nobodies, and that's why they win all the time. Put them with real talent, put them with real competition in the Big Ten, and let's see how North Dakota is by then. I just don't see it. So let's go. We are in the 6th round. I think this is our last pick. It says we need a tight end, which I don't agree with. I don't think we need a tight end. I think. There we go. So what do we got here? Edge, receiver, linebacker. is there? Oh yeah, this one didn't have kickers, so I could take another. I could take another safety here. We could double down on safeties. It says we need tackle, or excuse me, it says we need tight end, but I'm not seeing any. Yeah, these tight ends are terrible. They're not ranked well. They're basically undrafted free agents. So I think I'm gonna take. Whew. There's just not much there. Tony Fields the second. I've seen mocks with him going to the Vikings. I think I'm gonna take him because you got to think about it. We have an opening on one side at linebacker. We have Kendricks, who's going to be here for a few more years, and we have Barr, who's probably going to be done after this year because of that contract and just time to move on. So I could see us drafting a couple linebackers, and then of course we have Troy Dye. So I think we have some other guys too. So I'm going to take a shot on Tony Fields and I'll double down on linebacker. And I think that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at our draft picks. So in the first round, Justin Fields fell into our lap. We got him. And then we got lucky. Offensive tackle, Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan. Another one fell right into our lap. It was a good value pick. It was a good gamble. We waited and we got our tackle. Ben Cleveland, another offensive lineman. He's going to help out. We'll put him at guard. So we'll have two Clevelands, Ben and Ezra, the Cleveland boys, at the guard positions. You got Jalen Twyman, who can eventually step in for either Tomlin or Pierce, depending on which one moves on after they're done with the Vikings. Got an edge in Rashad Jr. You got Dylan Moses at linebacker. Sean Wade, our cornerback pick for the Vikings. Need depth at cornerback, especially with the whole Jeff Gladney situation. Got Caden Stearns, the safety. Got our receiver. He's a good scheme fit. He can fit in that slot. We can develop him slowly and get him ready. And then we finished off with Tony Fields, another linebacker, double down on linebacker. So I think overall this one, I like this draft, the way it played out better than the other one. I wish we could have gotten Cisco, the safety, but he got picked before we could get to him. I think it was 2 or 3 picks right before ours when he was taken. But I'm pretty happy with the way this draft turned out, and I wouldn't be upset if this is the way that it turned out for the Vikings. I think it would be a great. I think it'd be a great. It'd be a good. It'd be a good pick. So that's it for now. If you like this episode, hit the like button. Leave a comment if you like. Subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out with future projects, visit my Patreon, patreon.com/mntwins28. You don't have to help. Any help is greatly appreciated. Till next time, peace out, and Skol Vikings!